Every iconic story has one thing in common. It's not the hero, it's not the villain, it's the rivalry. Rivalries are the secret ingredient that elevates stories from good to legendary. Because when two forces collide, equal, opposite, and flawed, we can't look away. Think about it. Iron Man versus Captain America. Daniel LaRusso versus Johnny Lawrence. Messi versus Ronaldo. These rivalries do something heroes and villains alone can't. They divide us. They force us to choose. Tribalism is wired into us. When there are two sides, we pick one, and suddenly, the story is personal. It's no longer about them. It's about us, our values, our identity, our pride. That's why rivalries don't just entertain us, they consume us. The best rivalries aren't good guy versus bad guy. That's too simple, too forced. The best rivalries are flawed person versus flawed person. Tony and Steve both believe they're right, but both are wrong too. Daniel and Johnny Lawrence? They're not saints. They're scarred, damaged men, stuck in the past, clinging to their own pride. And when both sides are human, messy, imperfect, the story feels real. Our support isn't handed to us on a silver platter. We choose who to back, and that choice makes the narrative alive. Psychology calls it tribalism, but really, it's just human nature. We don't just watch rivalries, we join them. We wear the shirts, we argue online, we scream in stadiums. Messi versus Ronaldo wasn't just football, it was two philosophies of greatness. Talent versus discipline, artist versus machine. And whichever side you picked, it said something about you. That's why rivalries sell out stadiums. They drive box office numbers, break streaming records, because they're not just stories, they're battles we feel a part of. Rivalries also create growth. Without Johnny, Daniel LaRusso never evolves. Without Captain America, Tony Stark never questions himself. Rivals are mirrors. They show us who we are and who we could be if we made different choices. That's why their clashes feel bigger than fights. They're wars of identity, of philosophy, of soul. And I can't stress this enough. We can't forget, rivalries are business. Rivalries are money. Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon didn't just make good TV, it saved the WWE. Because conflict drives emotion, and emotion drives loyalty, and loyalty drives money. A hero without a rival, forgettable. But a rivalry, that's a ticket-selling, headline-making, culture-shaping machine. So here's the truth. Rivalries are the heartbeat of every story. They create tension, they create choice, they create meaning. Because when two flawed people clash, we don't just watch, we invest. We pick a side, we feel the stakes. And that is the secret ingredient that makes stories iconic. Which rivalry hooked you the most? Drop it in the comments. And feel free to like and subscribe. This is Light Mode.